Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, you're quite zoomed in at this present moment. Let me zoom you out a little bit. Oh, wrong way. I'm just going to do a really quick card. I grabbed a bit of real red Stampin' Up ink, classic ink, and I used that with Lawn Fawn Happy 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 add-on, and I used the Merry and the Christmas. Now this also has a die that coordinates with the Merry and the Happy, that's the word. So I actually cut these out already just to save a bit of time for you guys, seeing as I'm waffling in this video, these last few videos. So that's what I've done already. Then what I have, so this is my Merry and that I cut out with the die, and then the Christmas I stamped it along the edge of a piece of white cardstock in the corner and bottom edge, and then I just trimmed along the top and the bottom there, and I just get this little block of sentiment. I then took I used the oh, what's it called, Stretch Your Imagination Cricut image set. They call them image sets now, or the cartridges. And I actually used the Snowman, not stretched, the Snowman card feature. And this is about, it's not quite 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, it's slightly smaller. But I didn't even think about that at the time, to be honest, because what I did was I just grabbed the card feature, which gives you this and this. That's that particular card's design, that's the word. And so I cut the base out of some white cardstock, and it cuts all the detail out of the little snowman guy. And then you also get this frame, which I used Night of Navy Stampin' Up cardstock. And so I used the white in the background because I thought it looked like snow. Snowman, snow. I thought, of course. So done that, and then what I did was I also cut a piece which is 4 by 4 of some, this is silver glimmer paper from Stampin' Up that I've had for many years, and I just used that, and I'm going to actually put this behind here so that it sort of closes. Otherwise this you'll see, so if you put a message on the inside of your card, you're going to see through it. So I didn't like that, so I changed it. And then you also get the snowman on his own. But what I did was as much as I could, I tried to size him to see if I could get him to be about the same size so he would fit on the front. They're not meant to do that. That's not the idea behind them. So not all of those images on Stretch Your Imagination will actually size in the right way so that they are in the right proportion so they'll fit. But this one happened to fit pretty well, so that's why I think I didn't really concentrate on what size this was, because I got him the right-ish size to fit on there, and then suddenly thought, oh, this needs amending. So I just went with the size. I thought it'll still fit in a standard envelope, it's no problem. But you might want to size your card first and then try and size the image. It's just, he happens to fit pretty well, but I don't think all of them do. So you just have to play around with it and see if you can get it to work. So I also then did all the layers for him, and I did that beforehand because you can see there's some tiny little pieces, his little shoes, even their little, what are these called? The little buttons, the charcoal buttons, cut out, this little hat. And on his scarf I just added some white gel pen. So just a Sakura gel pen, I used that to add some detail to his scarf. And then on his little buttons and hat and shoes, I don't know if you can pick that up in the light, but I used a Sakura black glaze pen to do the same thing. So I'm just going to show you how you put this thing together, and hopefully it'll work out okay. So first thing I'm going to do is get this scored. Now it does have a score line there, which should, oh it did, it scored pretty well. I probably, because I can see it's a bit rough on the edge, I probably would have scored again, but we're going to wing it. Where's my, this thing, that's what sorry about that, my camera died. So I've just scored it. I would probably re-score the score line just because it's quite thick. This is quite thick cardstock, so it's got a bit of fuzzy along the edge, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do is, I think, yeah, I'm going to use some wet adhesive just because I feel like that's probably the easiest thing to do, and this does fit really nicely on the front, so I'm just going to get that on here. As quick as I can anyway. There's a lot of snow, whoa, a lot of snowfall. That noise in the background is my fan, by the way. I don't even know if you can hear it, but just in case. And just getting that on there. Make sure, because this is oblong, that you put it the right way up. Just going to stick that on there. And I've just opened it up so it's easier to just get the lining up on the edges. Make sure the center looks alright as well. So do you see how you're not really going to see, you'll be able to see on the inside of the card. So I, like I say, didn't like that. So on the inside, I'm just going to go around the edge here. And I'm using wet adhesive because, oh, if I can, because it's glitter cardstock. So glitter cardstock's kind of tricky to adhere to stuff. So if you can, use a wet adhesive. And I'm not too worried about this dude because he's going to get covered up the other side anyway. And then just stick this in. This should just fit in there quite nicely. And then you've got a nice backing for the inside. Just wanted to bond to the paper. And then look, see, now you've got a nice front to it as well. Pretty. You could have put glitter behind the this blue piece as well, but I don't know, I didn't want to do that. So this guy's going to go on here, and I think I might actually, no, I'm just going to stick him flat. I was going to pop him up, and then I thought, nah, let's just stick him flat. It will still look very, very cute. So yeah, he's sort of, if you look at it closely, he's slightly out of line, if you like, but it's very close and I'm very happy with it. I'm just going to put this on here for a second, and then I've just got my little sentiment to put on. And I know roughly where this is going to go, so I'm just going to use wet adhesive again. It's just easier sometimes, especially when you're making a video. Right, so I want this about there-ish. And then just a bit of this on here. And if you use, when you're putting wet adhesive on tiny things, if you dot the adhesive on, you'll get a better, you won't get so much of the, like the, what does Tim call it, glue ooze. It won't be quite so bad. And I'm just going to stick this on here, somewhat straight-ish. Says Merry Christmas, and that's it. One very simple, quick card. Obviously the longest bit is cutting everything out, but it honestly didn't take that long. Probably longer took me to stick these little things on because it's They're so tiny, but that didn't take long either. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one, guys.